you want to fight with your spouse by not starting a fight with your spouse. I know it's like a silly thing to say. I have to go back to my childhood and to my mom. She would encourage me to be kind, as I'm sure we all encourage our kids to be kind because it's important. She didn't just say to me like, you should be kind because think about how you would feel if someone treated you badly. I mean, she did, of course. But she came at it a little differently in the sense that she said to me, you know, if you come at someone by being really nice and with a smile and maybe complimenting them on something, even if this person is somehow hostile towards you, they're gonna find themselves in a very awkward situation, because who can ever respond with something nasty and snarky and mean and angry to someone that is being like genuinely super nice? Yes, of course, some people perhaps can, but the majority of people, they can't. No wonder they say you have to kill with kindness. I think that when you're really kind to someone, it disarms them. They lose their guard. So bringing it back to how do you not fight with your spouse? I think a big part of it is making them feel good about themselves. We're all so stuck in sort of the day-to-day routines and the kids and the work, and it's all sometimes overwhelming and sometimes it's frustrating. But I think that it's very important to, at least from time to time, sort of pause and tell your spouse why you appreciate them, right? So there's got to be something. Even if it's not like a whole lot, there's got to be something. And I think that that goes a really, really long way, right? And then another thing is, I think that it's also very important not to come at your spouse or really anyone with demands and unilateral decisions that have already been made, but more approaching any kind of a dilemma or situation sort of as a team. Like, hey, this is happening. These are my thoughts. What do you think? Right? And so if the thoughts are conflicting, you ask a lot of questions, right? And so these questions are either going to explain to the other person sort of your perspective, or maybe it will make you change your mind as you're talking this through with the other person. But I think a lot of it is really about effective communication. I think a lot of relationships, both spousal and friendships and business and whatever, they break down because people don't know how to communicate with each other properly. They say things that they don't mean sometimes. They say things that are in haste. For example, let's say I have a best friend and this best friend says something to me that's very out of character for her. I'm not gonna take her words at face value. I'm not gonna say, oh, she called me a bitch, she must think I'm a bitch. I'm gonna start to think, does she have a bad day? Is it PMS? Is something else going on in her life? Did I do something that maybe I didn't think of that somehow hurt her feelings? So I think it's very important to sort of realize the context in which people communicate things to each other, and also the circumstances that are surrounding this communication, and also the speaker. If you know that it's really out of character for this person, that there's probably 99% chance that there's something else behind the words that are coming out of their mouth, and you can't take them at face value and then never speak to them again. It's just a whole conglomerate of these things that I think they facilitate a happy marriage, or at least that's how I've been navigating mine.